They moved the recording button. Okay, I am really excited. Like this is gonna be more of a hangout than like a professional call. So I hope that you are all okay with that. But I'm really excited to hang out with you and introduce you guys. I mean, I know that you know them. I know a lot of you have actually met them. But to these incredible women, and I am hoping that I'm just going to keep it on this mode so that people can see everyone in the recording too. So I know a lot of people are going to be watching the replay, but this is kind of like a really special call, obviously, because we have our CEO, or not our CEO, our founder and our co-founder. I don't know if we've changed the titles, but founder, co-founder, the women who run this entire kind of thing that we are part of on a call with us. And we know going to Summit, they are like Disney princesses that you have to get in line and it like takes forever to see them. So being able to like connect with them in these tiny squares, though they're on the internet, I feel like these calls are so important. And I'm really proud of you guys for earning it. These ladies, Brenda and Erin will be on here in a second, booked, you know, some of them up to 12 parties in such a short amount of time. And to be on this call, it was booking at least 4 parties, which we know is getting some people just getting back into it. A lot of these ladies are still doing parties and added to what it is that they were already doing. And I think that that is super huge, especially for May, being that it's like September, whatever it's called. It's like December. It's so busy and we know that. So anyway, I just wanted to congratulate them and so happy that you are here, Brenda. And like I said, Erin is pulling into her driveway and then we'll jump on as well. So
Yeah, she is on her way, and that is pretty amazing. And I actually, now that I'm like safely parked, I'm looking at you guys' faces, and it's so cool that I recognize all of you guys. Like there, I see Jill, I see my bestie Paige, of course, Jen. She, like, oh my gosh, like you guys are amazing. And yeah, booking parties right now is no joke. So congratulations and good job. You guys, I think Sarah, when we were talking about this call, say it in the perfect way. You guys are rock stars because really is less than at least 4 parties in 10 days. That's pretty cool. So kudos to you. We love you, and hard work always pays off. And I'm sure you guys can see it. And I was talking to Zach about doing this call today, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's Sarah's team. Sarah's team is doing awesome." He's like, "I'm not worried about them at all. You shouldn't be nervous that they're gonna throw like, weird questions or uncomfortable moments. They are so good." He mentioned that you guys, your team is actually growing. You guys are working. You guys are focused. So you guys know, he definitely is more in touch with you guys. He's a little bit more aware of like, we all are, but I feel like he's like, he has the Monday calls. He has leadership calls. So he knows really what's going on. And he was so excited when he told me, he's like, "Oh, they are doing so great. They're doing awesome. They are rock stars," like Sarah said it. So good job, girls. And I think Erin just got on.
Erin.
Hi guys.
Welcome.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're
Thank
fine.
you. Ooh. I gave Brenda and Sarah the heads up. I'm like, I might be a little bit late. There's traffic. And then I get home and my kids were on the roof. And so I had to get them down nicely in front of their friends. And so there's that.
That's too funny.
Kids
But
at
Brenda,
home
keep going.
is
I
great.
didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're fine. I was just telling Brenda that these ladies are some of the top party bookers and they booked a ton. Number one, I feel like are some of the top party bookers anyways on our team. And then on top of that, added to their load and booked even more during a booking blitz, which is how they earned on a spot on here. And there are some ladies that could not make it, so they're going to watch the replay. But I was really excited to connect them with you two. And I told them that, oh, sorry, my son is trying to get a nap apparently. I don't know if you could hear that across the thing, but I was just telling them that you guys are the Disney princesses at Summit. And so this type of call, they may still want to wait in line, but not many people get like this face-to-face kind of call. So I'm excited to have this kind of be connective. So
well, I've been equally as excited as Sarah's kind of told us what you guys had to do to get on this call. I would say that my excitement is very shared being able to just connect with you guys. And first of all, I'll tell you a huge congratulations. I know it's hard work, especially during these months. I feel like it can be even extra tricky. So kudos to you guys for putting the work in. Like seriously, well done.
Oh, man. Yeah, they are awesome. Okay, let me look at all the, okay, I'm gonna hurt Beckham, who keeps asking for this app, and so it's gonna keep dinging. But I'm gonna text him in a
They are
second.
persistent.
Very, very persistent. Do not forget about it. Okay. Okay, so what I kind of wanted to do is have these ladies introduce themselves. And really quick, why this kind of a call means so much to me. Obviously, I've known Brent or Erin since high school, and I don't think that there's a lot of people that you went to high school with that you were like, they're doing a business. Okay, I guess whatever they're doing, I'm gonna do it, because she was just as genuine and sincere in like real life now as she was in high school. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And so she is the reason I jumped into this. I am not a people person. I love activewear. And I was like, okay, I can sell it. But I did not, I was a little bit scared about that. And then I was able to meet Brenda. These two ladies have single-handedly kept me in this in the hard months and the hard times, especially at the beginning. I was like, okay, they're here, I'm here. So, and I know that Jill feels the same way since the beginning. And so, I love that you guys get to meet them. It's like introducing you to people that you know, but like really intimately introducing you to like best friends. So, but
Well, I'm gonna jump in there really fast, Sarah, because that's so funny. I was thinking about you on my drive home, and I was like, I haven't got to like really talk with Sarah like very much lately. And I actually thought about the high school days, and Sarah was a year, or were you 2 years younger? Just a year younger, right?
yeah,
And it's not often, and this is what was going through my head on my drive. I'm like, it's not often that like I, who was the senior, like a year older than Sarah, like I looked up to her. She was so darling. She's darling today. But just to put things into perspective, she was like the cheerleader. She was nice. She was all the cute boys. The boy I had a crush on Sarah. And so I was a little bit slightly jealous, but more than anything, you couldn't hate her because she was so nice and so friendly to everybody, just all around amazing. So it's been so fun to see her flourish through Zaya. She did come across as pretty shy, like when she first started doing Zaya. And I knew it was totally out of her comfort zone. I'm like, this is out of Sarah's comfort zone. I'm so proud of her for stepping into this and being willing to just give it a try. And the fact that you've done what you have done here really is so cool. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because it is scary. And it almost felt, starting out, I was the same as you. Like you could probably tell, I was so terrified, so scared. And it almost felt like having Sarah, who I felt like was just as terrified as me. It was almost a comfort. I'm like, okay, like we're doing this together. We're both scared. We both have no clue where this is going to take us. We're jumping into the unknown. And it was almost a source of comfort, like having her there and then having her trust, having like people's trust from the beginning. Like that was a huge thing for me moving forward. Um, and that's how you guys are. Like people look to you and they trust you. And that's like, I bet that makes you guys want to do better, right? And to make them proud. And when you see people that sign up and they're flourishing, like I know that you have that proud mama heart too, where you're like, oh my gosh, like good job. I'm so proud, like almost more excited for them than you are yourselves. And that's kind of how I felt throughout this whole journey. So anyway, we can get going with questions. And you guys, my face, I'll tell you, at the very end of the call, don't know if you can tell my face is so red. I'll tell you why, because it actually goes along with one of my thoughts that Sarah's like, bring a thought if you want to. And so I'll save that till the end. But I keep looking in the camera and I'm like, wow, my face is red. Okay, take it away, Sarah.
no, you are awesome. Thank you for all your nice things. Last thing really quick, and I'm saying this because I want everyone that feels like they're not ready to start, and people on your team or you, maybe you're in a spot. When we started, Erin invited me to go to something called Bloggers at the Bar, and it was at a Pure Bar thing. This exercise thing, I don't know if you've been there. And we were supposed to stand up and introduce Zaya to all of these bloggers. And she goes, okay, you do it. And I was like, oh, no, you do it. And she's like, no, you go. And I was like, this is your company. You have to do it. Neither of us did it. We just sat in the back and didn't do it. So I'm telling you that because we've both come a long way, but there's so much growth to be had here. And no matter where you're at, and maybe you think like don't fit in, or maybe you're not like the right personality. Sorry, there was a fly. You do. Like, we're all growing and pushing through this together. So anyway, okay. One of the questions that I have first and foremost, and I do have some other questions. No, actually first, I want to have these ladies introduce themselves, and we'll just kind of go quickly because there's not a ton on here. And I will just kind of say your name and then just unmute, say your name, how long you've been with Zaya, kind of where you're from. And so we're going to actually go with Jenna Boyce, who is actually a newer rep. This lady is killing it. So if you just want to unmute and introduce yourself, and then we'll kind of go in the order of my screen.
Okay, hey everybody. My name is Jenna. I am from Wellsboro, Pennsylvania. And I have been a Zaya rep since the middle of February is when I joined under Megan. And yeah, I've been loving it. I did it just to kind of make a little extra cash, pick up a side gig, and I was a little hesitant at first because I'm kind of, I never considered myself the marketing type person. And other side gigs I've tried, I've never done well with. But I'm super excited with how this has taken off, and it's different because I'm more passionate about this than anything else I've ever tried before. So.
Okay, I love that. And you are killing it. I feel like your name is at the top of all the shout outs, and you're like the number one name picker. Random name picker keeps picking your name on all of our prizes too. It's like, I swear it is random. Okay, let's go to Ashley.
Hey, hello. I am Ashley. I am from Massachusetts, but I live in the Dominican Republic. I've been a rep since 2021, and I absolutely love it. I was one of those reps that jumped in without ever trying on a legging because I saw the value and opportunity. And Sarah has just been amazing, and her team, as well as my upline, direct upline, is just amazing. I love it here.
Ashley is the number one Zaya marketing adder. Like, she adds so much value to that group and our team. So I just love her. And I will stop just so we can get through this and not take up your whole night. But Megan.
Hello, I'm Megan Vinoy, and I have been with Zaya since December of 2021. And I'm from Pennsylvania, and I wish I lived in the Dominican Republic. That would be awesome. Actually Costa Rica, but I'd take Dominican. But anyway, yep, been with Zaya for 2.5 years-ish, and just started growing my team. Jenna was actually the second girl to hop on my team in 2 days' time, and she hit 10K in 3 months. So I just wanted to shout that out because I think she's been doing amazing. But that's all.
Yes, so good. And yeah, you started growing your team just recently and have been rank advancing like crazy. So it's been awesome to watch. Paige, I will have you go.
Hi, I'm Paige. My voice is a little bit gross right now because I'm sick, but bear with me. I've been 4.5 years, and I'm finally going on a trip. So see Brenda and Erin soon in Mexico. Yay!
And Paige and I are more new, not newer. I feel like I've known Paige's name forever and ever, but getting more and more connected. And she is a rock star. So I love that. Congrats on earning the trip. Sheena.
Hey, my name is Sheena, and I am a nurse practitioner in Missouri, and I kind of do Zaya on the side. So this is kind of like my thing that I do at nighttime. But I'm kind of all over the place. I just had an emergency appendectomy on Sunday, and I'm like not feeling great. So, but I will see you guys in Mexico. I assured whenever I got discharged from the hospital that I was going to Mexico. I was like, please tell me it's still going to be okay. And they're like, yes, you can still go to Mexico. So.
Oh my goodness. I had no idea about that. I am so sorry, but I'm
Oh
so
no, it's all good.
better. Oh my gosh, that's scary. All right, Jen, I will have you go next. All of these women, as I'm like saying their names, are at the top of either mine or Jill's team, I feel like every single month. So it's kind of fun to see everybody's faces together.
Hi, I'm Jen. I've been with Zaya since October of 2020. I am one of those reps that bought as the budget would allow and was only joining for the discount. There was no way I was selling. And within 2 weeks, I had my first party. And in my first month, I was at like 2,500 in sales or something crazy. I would not want to be anywhere else. My son, my husband, the whole family support this business. And every face on here, I am so grateful to finally be putting faces to names a little bit more clearly as I'm driving into the gas station. But I cannot wait to meet some of you in Mexico and see Erin and Brenda again, and everyone I've already met. But this is 100% such a great opportunity, and I feel like y'all are family.
Which is so true and the best part about this. Okay, then we'll go Jill, who is my best buddy and neighbor. We get to see each other at the gym every day.
Yes, we actually live down the street from each other. So I'm Jill Wiscombe, and I've been here since, what, a week after it started. So yeah, that's me.
Jill is a rock star and sells mostly to teams as well as does parties, and I think was the top seller in the whole company last month. Yes. In May? Yes, in May, which is insane. All right, Leona, you are a Canadian. A
Hi.
resident Canadian. Kick-ass team. Okay, go ahead.
Newfoundland, Canada. I've been repping for just close to 3 years. I really, really regret that I didn't learn about Zaya sooner, but I am on the team Rockstars in Canada, and I guess Jill McLaren is our up line, but we have like one of the fastest growing teams right now in the company. So I'm super pumped to be here, and I'm also going to Mexico, which is like mind-blowing for this little market here. I live on an island and we're pretty saturated, believe it or not, with Zaya. But so this is like, it's like, this is going to be the goal that I'm going to set for myself. And here I am. Yeah,
That
so
is
super pumped.
amazing. And I'm happy to finally put a face with a name of yours that I keep tagging the wrong
Yeah,
person.
so on Facebook, I'm Anastasia. So I'm
Yes.
Fiona Anastasia. I'm a clinical social worker. So because of my trade during the day, I cannot be myself on Facebook. So if you ever see Anastasia, that's me.
And now I know after a few months of tagging the wrong person.
Yeah.
So, okay,
That's
let's
okay.
jump into, thank you guys for introducing yourselves. Let's jump into a few questions. So Brenda or Erin, I don't know who wants to go first, but I think all of us being either moms or like just busy in life and having Zaya on the side would love to know kind of how you, I mean, obviously we're in different parts of the business, but how you manage being a mom and also Zaya.
Do you want me to go first, Brenda? I'll
You
take it
got
away
it.
first. I love Paige's remark that it's a Puerto Vallarta party. I love it, and we're so excited that so many of you will be joining us. Hey, momming it. Finding a balance has been somewhat tricky, honestly. But I think the most important thing has just been surrounding yourself with amazing people. And so when we first started Zaya, I made the goal from day one that I wanted to be the one to take my kids to school. I wanted to be the one to pick them up every day. I didn't want to have to hand that over to anybody else and give up any part of that life for me, because that is truly like my very favorite part of my world. And so thankfully I've been able to do that. I do have a little bit of help at home. Like if I'm running late, every once in a while I have a couple days a week, I have a cute babysitter that comes and I can call her and she helps out around the house and with the kids a little bit twice a week. And then at work, just surrounding myself with incredible people, Brenda and Zach, like the whole corporate team. It's really like a family and we can rely on each other. Well, we are family, Brenda. We actually are family. But everybody in the office, like we really can rely on each other. And we just have such an incredible team that takes care, like just is so passionate about what they do and care so much about the business, the values of the business, the like all of you guys. And so we know it's in such good hands when we maybe have to be at home doing other things. We're just surrounded by so many incredible people that it helps us be able to balance life a lot better. So finding people that you can trust, and like at first it was really hard for us to relinquish like some of those job duties. I know Jeremiah was on Instagram and it would have killed me, but he did that for a really long time, answered back to every single rep, every single question. And it was hard for him to let that go because he didn't know that he could trust somebody else to answer the way that we would want it to be answered. But thankfully we have a great team that truly, we just have found people that care as much as we do. And so just finding great people in your life that you can trust, I think has helped me balance out the Zaya world and the home world. And making, I definitely, the very beginning, the first 2 years, we had to have some rules put in place because after the first year and a half, I was like, we cannot continue. Like, this is not sustainable. And we would come home from work and then it was work every second of the minute when we got home from work. And I just felt like it wasn't healthy for me and Jeremiah, for our kids. And so we really had to kind of put some boundaries in place when we got home that helped our family connect and be able to kind of leave work a little bit at home. It's such a big part of our world. We wanted our kids to feel a part of it, and we still do, but we definitely had to make some boundaries there so that it didn't turn into work at home 24/7. I don't, yeah. And so Brenda, if you want to hop in here and tell us, I'm interested to hear what you have to say too.
I think her phone, oh, she's logging back in. I think.
Oh, okay. Did she fall off there? There
Brenda.
she is.
Oh
Brenda.
my gosh, I'm like, now that it's my turn, I think it's like, why? Bad connection, I don't know. That was scary.
You're fine. So what are you kind of like, it just barely turned to you. That was like perfect timing, actually.
Okay. Okay.
But,
I was like,
you're seriously fine. So how do you balance mom life and like Zaya?
I think it's been so fun, and Erin is completely right. At the beginning, we just felt like we couldn't, and I feel like a lot of us do that in this business. Like, we have to reply to every single message. We have to reply, like, it has to be us because we want people to feel that personal touch. We want people to feel heard, and it's just sometimes hard to let go. And I remember Erin bringing her little Savannah to the office, and I will bring my little Matthew to the office, and we literally will just have him there in the office as we work. And I think I really enjoy that part as well, of just making him part of it, because they really feel part. They grew up with the Saya family. They know exactly what it is. They understand what, if I'm on a call, that they need to be quiet. They understand, like, oh, I remember my kids will help me to put tags on because we did everything at the beginning, and it was a little bit chaos, but I also love that they got to see that. They saw how much work we put in and they were part of it. So for me, we did have to set boundaries as well. And I was like, okay, this is family time, but at the same time, getting them involved and for them to be part of it. I think they love it because it's not just mom's work, is Zaya, and it's just part of their lives. So I think that really helped for them to understand, even more patient, and just to have that love for the Zaya family as well.
I love that. I love getting kids involved. My dad had his own business growing up and we were a part of it and we knew the employees. And I think that is so huge. And I think it was Megan was like, oh no, like my husband's not going to be home. And I was like, bring them on the call. Like, we love to see that. And what I think is cool is it's modeled from the top down. And it's okay to be moms first, or who you are, like outside of Zaya first, and be marrying the two worlds. So I love that so much. Okay, the next thing is, and then I'll kind of open it up to what other people want to ask, but what are you most excited for about the future of Zaya? Maybe something that you're looking forward to, just however you want to take that. Brenda, or do you want to go first?
Do you want me to go first? Yeah. Yeah. I'm here since before I cut off again or something. You know, when I was reading this question, it always excites me. Like, I get like giddy because I'm like, I really picture Saya like mm, not just because of the brand recognition. Obviously, that is really cool when you go out and you see someone with your brand, or you see, you know, a Zaya, or when we go to the jazz game, or we're watching the jazz game and the logo comes on TV, and that is amazing. But for me, what excites me the most is watching lives change. And I have watched Sarah grow. I have watched Jill, and watching that is so incredible. So for me, what I'm most excited about in the future is looking at everyone right now, looking at Jenna or looking at Paige and seeing, you know, what they become and how their lives get changed because of Zaya. My dream has always been to see Zaya in Mexico. I'm from Mexico, so it's like, oh, I would love that. So that will be one of my dreams for the future. But honestly, I just see them growing stronger, creating a strong community, and just keep loving each other and uplifting each other as we have from the beginning is pretty cool. But just like continue to watch those lives get changed because of Saya and how positive impact plays in everyone in people's lives. That is what I want to continue to see in the future, and that's what I see Saya in the future, just shining the light, and then changing lives.
So good, so good. Erin, do you want to expand on that as well? It's okay. Do you want me to unmute you?
There we go. Okay, yep. Okay, well, Brenda said that beautifully and really kind of hit it spot on with my sentiments. That's really what I was going to talk about. But it really, I hope that you guys can feel that that really is our goal here. I don't think that I would have what it takes, quite honestly, if I didn't find like to starting out having that passion of bringing women together and uplifting and encouraging, empowering. Like it really is what drives us and pushes us every single day. And so to continue to watch you guys do that with each other, I know it's not always like sunshine and rainbows, and things can get really hard, but the respect and the way that I have seen you guys in tough situations reach out to each other, sideline, upline, like not even connected to each other whatsoever, and help each other out, has been really, really awesome to see, and has been my favorite part of being a part of this community. And so there's still so many people that I believe, that I envision. I like see these people. I truly see them. I'm like, there are so many people that we are still going to touch their lives and still bring them Zaya and help them feel hopefully more accepted, more loved, hopefully somehow be something really, like a really good part of their lives, whether that's, you know, that the clothing that they wear. I didn't know that just clothing, people putting on a pair of leggings could help them so much with their self-esteem. I really didn't. Like I love clothing. I know that I feel better when I look put together. But the fact that it really is helping people, and the income that it can help change people's lives, like it has been really awesome to see. And it's because of you guys. And so to continue to watch you guys find other people and know that there's other friendships out there, know that there's other people that are going to join our Zaya family is incredibly exciting to me. And then of course we have a whole lot of ideas at the office that we're running around all the time that we're excited about, just for future wise with product. And that's always incredibly exciting to us to be able to brainstorm and realize that the sky's the limit here at Zaya. I mean, we love activewear, but there's so many areas that we still can touch and bring into Zaya. We have incredible people like you guys that are willing to go out there and share it with other people. And so we think the sky's the limit. There's so many incredible opportunities that we still talk about all the time that we would love to see come to Zaya still. So that's exciting.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute. I love that. And I love that even after 7 years that there's still excitement. We're not just selling the same thing over and over and over again, that there is that excitement. So I have more questions that came from you guys, but if you guys want to ask a certain question, what I will say though, is in talking with them before, some of the statistic questions that you were asking, they had a third party, they paid for a third party thing to kind of run those statistics. For like a year and a half ago. So we don't necessarily have anything to compare to that because they didn't have that person run it. And some of the stats are getting run now to be shared at Summit. So we don't have a lot of the stats type of things, but any questions that you guys have, just kind of unmute, or I can kind of go through a couple more and then we'll kind of close this out. Anyone? I'm terrible at awkward silence, so like I'll climb under my desk. It's fine.
I have a product question just because my team was asking me. They're like, if you're on the call, ask them if patterned club shorts, if we're getting more of patterned club shorts.
The answer to that, I don't know. Am I on mute?
No, you're good. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time unmuting myself every time. You're not on mute, Brenda. You're good.
Okay, perfect. I actually moved to a better area, but I don't know if this is it's just dark here. But yeah, we have more patterns coming. We know you guys love the club shirts, and we will always continue to work on patterns. And for this season, we still have another pattern or maybe a couple more patterns coming. So yeah, we'll continue to bring those for sure.
Okay, love that. Anybody else want to ask something? Have you ever thought about taking, let's see, have you ever thought about taking the copper charge tank and cropping it? I'm going to stand behind this, like just to like your hip bones. Lots of customers and schools, also jogger outfits like the Cobalt relaxation with the zip up. Yes. So is there,
That's actually the first I've heard that, Jill, but it's a great idea. We'll get working on a sample. I actually really love that. The seamless tank, you guys, I'm kind of bad at names at this point since we don't name them anymore. It's hard to remember every single name, so I apologize. You guys probably know what it's called. But the white Zaya tank, the seamless, I mean, it's pretty cropped. I feel like that's similar. Are you thinking, well, it's a different cut for sure on the shoulders and the back. It's not the racer cut. But are you thinking a little bit longer than that?
Sorry, you're muted, Jill.
I think you're on mute, Jill. There we go. Oh, we still can't hear you.
I'll show you one right here.
Okay.
Because I've got a lot of schools. Not as cropped as this one,
Okay.
but just a teeny bit longer.
Okay. Okay, that's a fun idea. Yeah, that one is a long one, and I always tend to like tie it up in a knot on the side because I feel like it's even quite long. So yeah, that's a great idea. I love hearing that. Jill always comes with really awesome ideas. Honestly, I really enjoy when you share them with us. So yeah, we had not ever, to my knowledge, we've never talked about that. Brenda, do you recall anything? I mean, so that's a new request that I'm hearing. So that's great.
Yeah, that's good to know. We did that other one, but yeah, it is definitely shorter. It is different cut. So yeah, something to work with.
Shoes. Can you guys hear me? I feel like I keep cutting out or other people keep cutting out.
No,
I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure if it's me or other people, but shoes would be super tricky. We actually have gotten samples back. We've requested quite a few. Oh, it's tricky. I mean, think all of the sizes we'd have to carry for men, women, and then just it feels a little bit overwhelming and a little bit exhausting. And quite honestly, the shoes that we have sampled out, I don't feel like would be up to par yet. So if we do end up doing shoes one day down the road, we have not found the right manufacturer is what I'll say there. But I mean, it would be super fun, and we do hear that from time to time. And I think it could be pretty fun. It's it's something that we definitely have attempted, and maybe we will continue to try to. But yeah, what other questions do you guys have?
How do you guys pick when you like did the dream big stuff that says stuff on it other than Zaya? How do you come up with that? And then my second part to it, and I've asked this before, but I'm just gonna say it again because I want it so bad. The dream big was not bright, like the rainbow around it is bright. And so I was like, oh, we could just like redo it, but with like white letters. But then I was thinking, what if you did like a competition to have us like design a dream big or something like that, and then the winner gets to have their design on a crew neck.
Yeah, that's a super fun idea. We've actually done that in the past. It was probably pre-page days. Sarah, do you remember when we did that, when we did it, or Jill? We did a little competition where everybody put in designs, and I'm trying to think, was it Chelsea?
Yeah.
Chelsea was one of
It
them.
was
Brenda, do
Chelsea.
you remember who the other one was, Brenda?
It was a Chelsea tank, and there was the bras,
Yeah, I feel like there was
the
a
full
legging
coverage
that
bra.
someone did. Anyway,
Lazy
so
did
I
the
love that
bra.
idea, and that is something that we could be willing to look at again. As far as like, what we put on sweatshirts for Summit, I think about, we all kind of brainstorm, and I'm thinking about the theme for next year, 2 years down the road. I love coming up with the themes, and then we all kind of get together, and we have a graphic designer that just does a great job at putting, all of the stuff on the t-shirts. And so Brenda and I go through them, we pick our favorites, and then we sample them out. And then we all kind of choose which ones we like the very best from that. But I think that's a fun idea, Paige. I really like that. Brenda, do you have anything to add there?
I just have to add that Erin is killing it for the designs for this summit. So it's going to be really cute. She's been working on those hard, and they are really, really cute. So you're just going to love them. But yeah.
Favorite to date. Like, seriously, you guys, I am so excited about them. And I messaged Brenda and Taylor the other day. I'm like, we cannot leak these, so nobody better wear them. We are not getting these out there. Like, this is top secret. But they are our favorite to date for sure.
They're really good.
Brenda's helped as well.
Well, I'm excited to see those. I feel like the names that you come up with for Summit are always like spot on for what we need that year. I feel like I love the one this year too, because it's not like this hard, like, like run after. It's like grow, like let's like grow, and that takes structure and time and consistency and like focus. So I love that.
Yeah, it's a little more feminine. We can do a lot more feminine, frilly things with it.
Yes, I love that. Okay, let's do one more question. I think something it's killing me that you're not coming to Summit. Megan, we will miss you. Dumb full-time jobs. Is there anything special in Mexico? All the sneak peeks, anything special to be seen in Mexico?
Brenda and I
There's
have both shared
always-
with each other. Yeah, we both have shared pictures with what we're packing, so we don't duplicate too much. But yeah, I feel like there's some really fun stuff. I will say it's kind of, I can't remember, Brenda, with your stuff. Mexico gets a little hot, so I don't know that we're packing any leggings, which I kind of wanted to. It's interesting because I don't know if you guys saw, we will always sell leggings. I feel like we're doing better with leggings than most companies right now, but I don't know if you guys saw like the article that came out with Lulu and how they're not selling as many leggings now. And I was talking to one of my best friends that just went on a senior trip with her son and all his friends. And she said that she showed up to Disneyland and every single one of the girls that went with them was wearing a skirt. And so, it's funny. We love leggings and we'll always continue to do them, but that's why you're all seeing a lot more shorts and skirts and stuff like that as well.
Okay, I love that, and that you're staying on top of all those things. I don't
Yeah.
pay attention to any of that stuff, so I am grateful that we have a company that does, so we can just share what's launched. Okay, so if nobody else has any questions, I am just wanting to thank you all for being here, for like killing it and showing up and being the examples. I can say that every single one of you is a guiding light on our team, and I mean that with my whole heart. You are known, you are seen, you are loved, and I think that at the beginning, Brenda said, like, our Sarah's team and it's includes Jill's team. I feel like we work so much together. I feel like we have a very positive team, and that is not to say that there's not frustrations and that, you know, all feelings are valid. That's not what we're saying, but I'm really proud of all of you for continuing to show up, shine, take the breather when you need it. Remember what is the good here and continue to push forward. And I feel like I have personally been blessed to be able to work around girls like that my entire 7 years. I've never hid from anyone. I don't like confrontation. I've never had to hide from anyone on my team. Not hide, like actually I am a leader, but like they're like that you like get off the phone and want to go in your closet for a minute. But and I'm just so proud because I know that we're a part of something so much bigger. And that's why I even asked the mom question, because it's a huge family affair. I know it is for my family, and I know that Jenna was talking about it for her family, and it's just so much bigger than shorts and leggings. It's watching people's growth and watching them kind of change and that rippling into everyone else. So let's see. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of turn it over to you ladies if you want to say something just to kind of close this out, and then we'll let you guys all get on with your night. Erin or Brenda, I don't know which one wants to go first.
I can go first.
Okay.
And I hope that you guys can hear me. If you don't at any moment, just let me know. Send me a message and then I can see those. But you know, a couple things. First of all, I am getting old and it really sucks because I haven't done a call on a phone for a long time. I can't see myself, you guys. Like I need glasses. But I'm in denial. Like it's blurry. Like I can see my face and my mouth moving, but I don't see anything else. And I can see everyone just like, I have to like zoom in and make it big to be able to see all your faces. So I'm in denial on getting old and needing glasses. Maybe next time I'll wear glasses. But the second thing, Sarah it's funny that she just mentioned that being around positive people and choosing really who you work with or who you surround yourself with. And I was thinking about that earlier, and I saw something that it says studies show that if you surround yourself with productive people, with positive people, it will help your performance to by 15%. Like you will outperform what would you wouldn't done without by yourself. You'll do better 50%, 15% better than if you were done by yourself. But if you surround yourself with negative people or people that are like lazy or slack or whatever you want to call it, just let's stay impulsive and negative, they decrease your performance by 30%. I don't know why the negative percentage is bigger. It drags us down. It can really take us down a lot more than the positive. So the only thing that I will say today will be that surround yourself with positive people, people that will uplift you. And that's on our pillars. Like that's what we strive for, to be around people that will literally help us to perform better, to be a better person. But even better, let's be that positive impact in someone else's life that will help them to be a better person as well. That will help one to get out of maybe of a negative stage that they're at, or to help their business grow a little bit more. So it is very important to surround ourselves with positive people and good energy, but let's be that. Let's be that positive energy. Let's be the ones that are helping. And when you're serving others, the one that benefits the most will be always you. When you do it selfless and with love, and then everything from there is just like good things attract good things, and your business will grow, and the people that is around you will. You guys just gonna grow together, and I think that's the goal that we have here at Saya. So love you so much. Thank you so much for letting me be part of this. I can't wait to party with some of you at Mexico and Summit and all the good things. And I'm excited for you guys to see the sneak peeks. There is so much goodness, and I just love hanging out with you guys tonight because I love this kind of calls. They are just like closer, and we can be a little bit more personal and sincere and all the good things. So love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. And well, what a better person to close this call than our beautiful Erin.
I love working with Brenda, and that was beautifully said. Like I feel like we should just close out now. I might add a little something just that I had on my drive home, some thoughts. But I do love working with Brenda, and you guys know working with family is not always the easiest thing. And we're not saying it's been perfect, but it's really cool that Brenda and I can say that we've actually grown closer as we work together versus farther apart. And I think that that's amazing. And it actually could make me a little bit emotional because I am very, very grateful for that because it's not always the case. So I'm grateful for the heart and the passion that she puts into her job, her great style. She always puts her cute little touch on everything, and she does an incredible job. So feeling very, very lucky to have her as a sidekick. Driving home, so I was actually at a doctor's appointment, and about a year and a half ago, maybe a year ago, almost this exact time, I was pretty sick. I don't know still to this day what was happening or what was going on. So I've kind of continued to go to this alternative medicine, this doctor that I have found that I absolutely love. And so he continues to take my blood work every 3 months, and he really stays on top of things. And he's like, okay, I want to check you for heavy metals. And so he found, I don't know if any of you have heard of chelation, but he found, like, pulling these heavy metals out of my bones, he found that I have really high levels of mercury. And so he now has to do this process. I've got like this little band on here that once a week I have to go into the doctor's for 3 hours. I have to sit there, and he goes and does this chelation process. He hooks me up to an IV, and it basically like takes these heavy metals out of my bones, and it feels like a lot. And then on top of that, I have to go back and get what's called remineralization, because as he pulls out those toxins, it also pulls out some of the good stuff, the minerals and the vitamins. And so he has to go in, and I have to go sit there for so it's like twice a week. It's kind of becoming a lot, and I feel sometimes a little bit trodden down with it. I'm like, it's only a 16-week plan, but I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels exhausting, and kind of had a little bit of like, just kind of like, woe is me, but I was just like, this is exhausting. Oh my gosh. And he was like, like, just over time, things build up, things start to just, it can really weigh you down. These things can really start to affect you after a while. So he wants to pull them out and get me feeling better in that route. And so as I've done this and I've gone in, at first, it felt heavy. It felt like, oh my gosh, here I have to go do this again. And then the last little bit, as I've read up on these things and I've read up on what it can do and how much healthier it can make me, as I've gone into these appointments, I know and understand like what's happening. And I feel like, okay, I'm going to do the hard things. I'm going to put the time in. I'm going to go sit here. It feels like it's a lot of work. It feels a little bit exhausting and a little bit draining some days, time away from my family. And I have to go do this twice a week. And as I was driving home, I just had the thought of like, yeah, this is something I have to do but I know the end result. I know in the end, it's going to be better for my body. I know that I'm going to feel better. I know that it's going to impact my family in a healthier way. I'll be able to show up for them better. And as I had that thought on the way home, like I hope how we all kind of look at Zaya or whatever it is in life. Like, we have to be willing to put in the hours. We have to be willing to put in the work, and then the good will come. We can't expect to, get all of the good benefits without putting in the hours, without putting in the work. So a lot of times, like I said, it feels like work going to the doctors and doing this, but I know after this time is up, there's gonna be a whole lot of hours spent there, but I know that it is going to be worth it. And I have faith in that. I trust in that. And so I continue to go back every single week, even on the weeks I want to cancel. Today, I almost canceled. I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to make it to my call? I know this is 3 hours. And I really almost canceled, but I'm like, nope, you're sticking to it. You can do it. And so I showed up and I did the work, and I am excited for the the 16 weeks to be done when that day arrives, but I know it's not done after that. He's like, okay, we're not done after that 16 weeks. Then we're going to continue to do a couple more IVs for your kidneys and for all of these things. But at the end of the day, I am putting in the work because my health is worth it. You guys need to decide if it's worth it for you guys. If you guys feel like, you know, the extra income, their friendships, like all of the good stuff that can come from Zaya, if it's worth it. And if it is, you need to kind of expect that you got to put in the time. I don't feel like this is probably the group I need to be preaching to because you guys are proving yourself and you're showing up. You guys are here. But continue to be that example for your teams. Continue to pass that on to them and show them by example, lead by example, show people what is possible. When I'm talking to other people that are dealing with health crises, I'm so excited to talk to them because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a doctor for you. He's seriously like changed everything for me. It's been amazing. And so be that example for your team and people will follow and there will be a whole new, like just, hopefully excitement and energy. We need to make sure that we continue that energy in ourselves and other people will follow. But you guys are doing amazing. We're so grateful. Don't overwhelm yourselves, but I guess more than anything, like just have that expectancy that like we need to put in the work and it will pay off. And I love you guys. Most importantly, we love you so, so much and are so grateful. So, so grateful.
Oh my gosh, this was so good. I got nervous because there was no like training. So then I'm like, I'm the MC and like, I love like the input, the connective that it wasn't that I didn't feel like I was like trying to pull anybody. So this was so good. And I love that we have these two ladies in our corner and they are who are guiding us. And if they're like the ones guiding us, then we do not need to worry. Like we truly do not need to worry and just keep moving forward. So thank you guys. This went longer than I expected, but I don't even care. I love hanging out with you all. And we have, is that Molly? Molly, we have missed you and that is okay. I will send you the recording. And Allison, there's a couple ladies and Pamela that jumped on a little bit later, but I'm going to take a picture. And then I have to go to a youth group that I'm in charge of. We are playing pickleball. I have never played pickleball, but I have 6 Zaya rackets. So I'm taking those and I'm going to use them for the first time. So let's take a picture. And then I will post this in the group so that you guys can reshare and anybody else can share whatever they've got. Let me hurry and wipe the sweat from the 105-degree heat off the camera. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so good. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. Have the best night. Thank you, Erin and Brenda.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all.